Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs, and I welcome you guys to Tea Time with Dimitri. He looks
and
so
Coke Time with Mangs.
This is like, if I was a Three Houses character, it would be an option to like invite me for Pepsi Max. So yeah, I figured Dimitri, he looked a little sad, but it's his birthday today. So I figured we, cheer him up with some tea. So guests, you gotta help me through this one.
Okay.
Okay, you gotta help me. You know Dimitri a lot better than I do. You are the Dimitri man.
Okay, I'll
So,
try my best.
try your best.
Can't guarantee anything.
The tea time is a bit orangey. I will admit.
It's not RNG. It's
Really?
completely. You can look up Tea Party guides and just do it right.
Really, I thought the nod laugh thing was actually.
No, it's all like they all have specific preferences.
Yeah, cute monks in school uniforms. I don't think that's what Dimitri like. I think you're doing great work is what he likes, right?
Maybe. I actually don't know because he hates like positive feedback. Maybe school uniform. Try.
Ah.
Okay, never mind.
He liked it. He liked it.
Every time you try to like praise him, he's always like, "Oh, I don't deserve it."
Yeah, you're right. It's a little bit out of character for him. Okay, let's see what.
Maybe it's not. Maybe he just. Maybe it's. I don't know.
Maybe he likes it when it's just the two of us, Maybe it's just insecure. Alright, children at the market, you seem different. Garden. Oh, wow. Shit. Oh, it's not gardening mishap. You seem different, I think.
Try it, I guess.
I think
No!
Yeah, I didn't think that was the right call.
Oh, boy.
so it is.
Monastery mysteries, guessing someone's age, close call. I think he likes close calls.
Take a gander. Take a guess. You have 5 seconds.
So it is.
Yay.
There
But
you
I
go.
didn't get perfect tea time. I just got nice tea time.
Thank you for the treat. I had a wonderful
It's
time.
okay.
I would love to do this again, if that is.
Not
acceptable
everyone
to
is
you.
good at dating, Mangs. It's alright.
I guess I just don't know Dimitri all that well. So yeah, this is probably going to be a support episode. I noticed that
Am I making progress?
Annette got
I'm getting
Reason, Casper got Lancebreaker, Swordbreaker for Flayn. Yeah, all those units we're not going to use. Oh yeah, Casper joined my house, by the way, so that's
Yay!
nice. We got Casper now, guys. So in the next episode after this one, we're probably going to go do the Ashe Catherine paralogue. So that's going to be fun. I've done this one, I've done this one, I've done this one, but I haven't done the Ashe Catherine one, so that's going to be a lot of fun to do next time, I think. God, there's so many auxiliary battles, Jesus Christ. But, for now, we got some supports to unlock, so, why don't we start with Dimitri Sylvain B. See what's up with here.
Your Highness?
Wait, have
Why
we
are
seen
you
this
in
one
my
already?
room?
Sorry, I need to.
Dimitri Sylvain?
hide.
Didn't we already see
Here.
this?
Just
Yeah,
for
did
a
you
while.
not save?
Maybe I didn't
Have you know
save,
this is
because we saw this one already.
Did you save any of them that we watched?
I don't know. We saw.
Oh boy.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure-
you didn't save. You didn't save.
I
man.
forgot to save. Oh wow. Well, as long as we remember which ones we saw, we should be fine. I think. Did we see Dimitri Dedue?
He's always with that man from Dusker. How strange.
I'll bet he used some dirty
I don't think
tricks
we've
to
seen
gain
this
his
one.
favor. That's how those scoundrels from Dusker operate.
What a pleasant conversation you seem to be having.
Ooh.
May I join? Please, continue.
Oh, Your Highness, I was just...
I said continue.
I'm sorry, Your Highness.
Talking mad shit. Come on. Talk mad shit.
Such
Do it.
foolishness runs rampant. I fear it is the reality of Fargus for now.
It must appear strange to them, to see me always in your company.
Does it bother you, Dedue?
Of course not. However,
Let me guess. You take exception to the gossip that you use dirty tricks to obtain your position. Is that it?
that does perturb me, but not for my own sake. I am concerned about your Highness's reputation.
We're not talking about my feelings, but yours. As far as I'm concerned, those fools can talk nonsense until their tongues fall out.
I am afraid I cannot agree. But if you were not concerned for your honor in this instance, then why did you intervene?
Because it is my duty to do so. The day my father was killed, I saw the swine who did it. They were not of Duscur. I saw that, knew it beyond a doubt.
Okay.
And yet I was unable to prevent the massacre that followed. Nor could I clear away the dishonor of regicide that has unjustly clung to you and your people. I will not rest until I make up for that. I owe you, just as I owe the spirits of those I let die.
I do consider Fargus to be abhorrent. But you are an exception. You offered me your hand, and pulled me out from an abyss of suffering and death. You risked your life to save a foreigner you had never met. The moment you extended your hand, I decided that only for your sake would I live the remainder of my life, and I would cast it aside in an instant if my death were to your benefit. For that reason, I cannot consider myself your friend. There are still many in the kingdom who despise the people of Duscur. It would be selfish of me to stand by your side as an equal.
Dedue,
Your Highness?
do you really believe I care one bit about the chatter of the ignorant?
Of course not. Please forgive my impudence.
I understand the intention of your words. Still, they grieve me. If you wish it so, you may continue to think of yourself as my vassal. I clearly cannot stop you. We need not be anything more or anything less. If that is what you wish to do, so be it.
Your Highness.
That's interesting. We now know that... I always thought it was the Duscur people who killed Dimitri's parents. Because it happened in the massacre of Duscur.
No.
But clearly not. And that's probably who he wants to seek vengeance on. Like, right now, my money is like on those who slither in the dark. I think they probably did it. And that probably explains why he gets so aggressive towards Solon and stuff. That's what I think at any rate. Have we seen this one yet?
Your Highness, sorry, I mean Dimitri.
No, I don't
Would
think so.
Do you want to train together today?
Ashe, of course, I'm glad you asked. After classes conclude for the day, meet me at the training ground. I'll be waiting, and afterward, let's plan on dinner. We'll certainly have worked up an appetite.
Oh, yes, I suppose. I mean, sure, it'd be. That is. It would be my pleasure to dine with you. I mean,
Ashe.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm just no good at this. I'll do my
Stop being
best to
shy.
improve.
Are you still worrying over what I said to you before?
I'm trying to do as you asked, but it's just completely against my nature.
Trust me, I understand the urge to show respect where it is due. However, that is not the case here. Yes, I was brought up in a different family and raised in a different way, but otherwise, you and I are the same.
That all makes sense, Your Highness, but I just can't bring myself to speak to you in such a casual way. Sure, when you get right down to it, royalty like you and common folk like me, we're all just people, but the common folk still rely on the nobility to keep the peace and to keep them safe. Commoners pay the price for that in taxes and respect. That's what Lenato says.
I suppose I can understand that point of view. But the flaw in your logic is that I am not king just yet.
But that's not all there is to it.
Hmm?
I also respect you as a person. You carry the weight of the whole kingdom on your shoulders. You're a faultless warrior, and you're always so kind to your allies. Even me.
On all accounts,
This is
I
like
can say the same of
The
you.
opposite of the Felix support.
But you also have a strong
Yeah,
heart.
well, it's funny because they both
I
have
can't say
entirely
that about
opposite
myself.
views of like knighthood and stuff, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Ashe and Felix are very different.
No matter the circumstance, you are never drawn toward darkness. That mindset of yours has done me well on countless occasions.
Well, I do my best.
Yeah, we get it, Nino.
So I guess mutual respect between us is what's really the most appropriate.
Precisely. Which means there's never any need to be nervous or uncomfortable around one another. It seems we may have circled back to where we started with this conversation. Let's at least agree that we both should learn to bend a bit. How's that sound?
All right. Let's start from the beginning then. Would you like to train with me today, Your Highness?
Of course, Ashe. Come at me with everything you've got.
Oh, okay. I'm just joking, guys. This was a cute support. Again, Ashe's supports are not the most exciting ones. They're very wholesome. But they're not the supports that make me go like, oh my god, you know? They're more like, oh, that's cute. Oh my.
Manx is like low-key just a fan of like shonen anime. Yeah, it's okay, but it's not action-packed and edgy as fuck.
I do like I will admit I am a sucker for drama. So what's this, Sylvain? I don't even know how I clicked here.
Sylvain,
Oh, okay, cool.
I want to apologize for the other day.
What? What?
What are you talking about, Felix?
Felix Felix apologizing? Whoa. He's joking, right?
When I called you insatiable.
Oh, that? Can't say it didn't hurt, but you have nothing to apologize for. I mean, you've said worse, Felix. Considerably worse. Come on, we've known each other since we were kids. We're not gonna let your constant verbal abuse get in the way of our friendship, are we?
Gast, hey, no, we got a little verbal abuse. What a thing to say.
No, I suppose
What a
not.
thing to say.
Whenever I started doing something dumb, you'd yell at me about it.
And whenever you drag me into something, Ingrid would find out and start lecturing us.
All these years and not much has changed, has it? But you're different, Felix. You used to be so, I don't know, carefree when we were young. Now you're the exact opposite.
Well, you're not any different. Good for nothing then, good for nothing now.
Again with the abuse. This from the guy who's always been by that good-for-nothing side. So, did you come to apologize or to insult me?
I was on my way to train and I saw you. That's all.
You're off to train again? Now who's insatiable?
Better than sitting idle like you.
A little idleness would do you some good, pal. Come on, let me buy you something to eat.
No.
You have to choose, Felix. Our friendship or your training.
He's gonna say training.
My train.
Ah, I knew it!
Goodbye for now.
Oh my god. Felix, you're...
What did... Is he... Wait, Felix, I'll come train too. Wait up.
God,
They're
Felix.
besties. They're besties.
It's just funny. It's like, you gotta choose. Me or the other thing? The other thing. Okay. What's this? Annette.
You saw that? You saw this one,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, we definitely seem to be support. Dedue... Annette? Do we see this one?
Hi, Dedue. I wanted to thank you again for helping me out the other day. Everything was ready in time for dinner, and we all agreed the food was really tasty.
I barely did anything.
That's silly talk. With just a few ingredients, you made an amazing meal. I could never have done it, no way. You deserve all the praise in the world.
I still have much to learn. Truly delicious food brings a smile to people's faces. Until I see His Highness smile in that way, I will spare no effort to improve.
Oh, Dedue.
Well, if that's your aim, you're in luck. I've seen him shovel in your food with gusto. You must be really ambitious if you're not satisfied with that meal. I'd love for you to teach me your ways. I want to be a great cook too.
Your skills are not the problem. You merely make errors of negligence.
Well, sure, I know that. But how can I stop making those errors? No matter how hard I try, I always seem to mess things up. The pan explodes when I cook. I forget my purse when I go shopping. That's just how life is for a scatterbrain like me. Just the other day,
I feel
was
that
nearly
so
laughed
hard.
off the training ground for wearing mismatched shoes.
I was gonna go out, like, on my apartment today, and then I had my keys in my hand. And then I fucking look at my hand, they were gone. And I spent like 15 minutes trying to locate my keys. And then I had them in my fucking pocket. Like, it's the fucking worst, man.
My uncle used to sigh in despair when he saw me messing something up.
You simply fail to pay attention to your surroundings. Ensure the pan
Pay
is on the
attention,
flame.
Mangs.
Yeah, I gotta pay attention.
Properly. Look at yourself in the mirror before you go out to make certain you have what you need. Everyone makes mistakes, but yours should be easy enough to correct.
That's all great advice. Thank you, Dedue. You really have a kind heart. At first I thought you were so stern all the time.
Am I that imposing?
Well, a bit. Maybe if you smiled sometimes. All you have to do is lift up the corners of your mouth. Like this. See?
I see. I will try it.
He's like... Oh, I think he's more creepy when he smiles, honestly.
I thought that was a funky smile. I like his smile. He was like, "What's up, girl?"
Alright, Dimitri Mercedes. I'm wondering if we saw this one.
Mercedes, I'm sorry to
No, I
ask
don't
you
think we
something,
did.
But will you lend me a hand?
What can I do for you? Oh, is the cuff of your
I think this is the
overcoat
one
still
where he
torn?
trains her, or is that the
Mending
season?
that shouldn't be a problem.
No, that was the
at
sea
all.
support, I think.
It's pathetic, I know, but I fear my sewing skills are... Well, as you can see, they're just about non-existent.
Goodness, you must have been concerned when I tore your cuff.
Ah, well... That is to say... Would you please teach me to sew? I hear you're rather amazing at it.
Of course I'll teach you. Don't look so heartbroken.
You will?
I always
Thank
fucking
you.
stick my
I owe
hands
you for
when I
this.
sew.
I'll go get my sewing kit.
I'm fucking
You
awful
wait
at
here.
it. I got big
I'm
hands.
So sorry, Dimitri.
Very hard
I've
to
never
sew with
seen,
big hands.
Well, it's just a bit.
No need to dance around the issue. You're fed up with my clumsy efforts, aren't you?
I thought you might end up bending some needles if you tried mending this on your own, but how did you manage to break a pair of scissors?
I'm just...
It's
I'm
just
so
too strong,
sorry,
man.
Really. I try to be careful, but with delicate work like this, I just can't seem to manage.
There's
why he
no
doesn't like
need to
fragile
apologize.
things.
But you must have been uncomfortable making your way here with this tear.
My inability to control my own strength is humiliating. Of course I'm useless at needlework.
No giving up on yourself. You just have to practice, that's all. No matter how difficult something is, if you keep at it and don't give up, then you're sure to improve. Isn't that what you told me?
Right you are. To give in to despair isn't like me. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, I'm ready to give it another go.
Great! I'm glad to hear it. First things first, let's make sure the needle is actually threaded this time.
I bent another one.
Bending a needle is actually really fucking hard. How fucking strong is this fucker? Oh, we got Ingrid B+.
Your Highness, I've come to apologize. I mismanaged my feelings and got carried away. I've been thinking about what might have made you say the things you did. I was so caught up in the moment and in my own feelings that I didn't think of what yours might be.
I don't remember what they said, actually.
No, I should.
He basically said that Glenn's death was like super in vain.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I remember.
I lashed out like a child. You were right to rebuke me. I am disgusted by my own inability to express myself. Will you allow me to explain?
Of course.
At the tragedy of Dusker, I saw countless corpses. Of course, I saw his, too. Glenn's. Ingrid, I doubt you would have been able to see him. They were unable to bring his body back, after all. He must have died an agonizing death, full of pain and regret. That is what I saw in his face.
Oh.
In that wasteland, there were no beautiful, proud deaths that could have been written about in heroic tales. Not one. I do not want you to die a death like that. Not even for the sake of loyalty or duty.
Like, what the hell went down there, man? Kind of just been a regular battle. Something really awful must have happened.
A king must at times order his soldiers and knights to fight and die on his behalf. Their lives must be used for the greater good. And this is something any good king understands innately. Any king who doesn't allow people to die on his behalf is too soft to rule well.
You leave me little room for argument. Have I disappointed you?
No. I chose to serve you because of how you are. As your knight, I will stand by your side and uphold your soft-hearted ideals.
What has changed, Ingrid? You were so obstinate the other day.
I've realized that I haven't been facing a very important truth. Because of you, I can finally move on. Thank you.
Okay, that's cool. I like it. Alright, so we have Petra Dorothea I've seen already, so we'll skip that one. So these are Black Eagle supports. Dorothea Ingrid I've also seen.
Ingrid?
Raphael Ingrid I also seen. Like, I like these supports, but I'm not gonna watch them twice. Flayn Felix, okay. Oh wow, Felix is training again.
Spectacular work, Felix!
From this angle, it looks like she's taller than him.
Why are you here? You're interrupting.
Oh, my apologies. I simply thought you were doing a great job. Just how sharp is that blade of yours, Felix? Do you imagine you might be able to cut something cleanly with it?
Probably.
How edgy is your sword?
Wonderful. I have a special request for you then.
You want me to cut this firewood?
I do. I shall toss them one by one to you, and you shall make a sweeping blow to slice them.
Sounds like a chore.
I saw a knight do it once, so surely you can as well. Or perhaps you are worried that you
Oh.
are not capable.
Oh,
I am more than capable.
she's tricking him.
Right. Show me what you are made of. Here it comes.
Doing them one by one is tedious. Just throw them all at once.
If you insist. Here we go. Wow, you truly are spectacular.
I know.
You are undoubtedly the most revered woodcutter in all the land. Now I am intrigued. Next time, let us try an even larger wood pile.
Why did I agree to this?
That's their C support, really?
I know.
I know. That's so dumb.
Tonight's meal looks exquisite. Time for me to make the most of this opportunity.
Fish.
All right. Slow down. Your dinner is not going anywhere.
I am not sure it is your business to tell me how to consume my meal. You must admit this food is absolutely delectable. I have not eaten something this tasty in ages.
Well, good.
I suppose my
Good.
enthusiasm is a tad overwhelming. Do you happen to know who cooked this meal?
I did.
You are the chef?
Today? Yes.
I do not think I have ever been brought to tears by a meal. Oh, Dedue, you are a chef without peer. Why, that was truly more delicious than anything I have eaten in all my
And coming from
years.
Flayn, that's big praise.
I highly doubt that.
No need for modesty. I could certainly never make anything even remotely so delicious. That gives me an idea. Will you please teach me how to cook such delicacies as the one I ate just now?
You want me to teach you to cook?
Indeed. I have never been so emotional over cuisine. You must teach me your ways.
Very well. But only if you are serious, and do not quit halfway through.
Oh, I would not dream of it. Thank you, Chef Dedue.
Master Chef Gordon Dedue inspects the Garreg Mach kitchen. This is awful. How can you make this? I would like to see that show. Alright, so let's go for Ingrid. Have we seen Ingrid Felix? Is that one of the ones we saw?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Oh, hello. Have you been there long? I was absorbed in this
Oh, are they going to talk about Legend of
silly
Lug?
First of all, they're not silly. And second of all, no. It's an essay that speaks to uncommon and challenging battle scenarios. I've been researching such things since you proposed your unique strategy. Listen to this. Your commander gives orders that put your hometown in extreme danger. Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
What nonsense. I was talking about real-world tactics, not some dumb ethical question.
Whatever your personal feelings on the matter, I see similarities between such tactics and these dumb ethical questions. I haven't read beyond this one, but I think the obvious answer is to follow your commander.
Well, he's not going to like that.
The duty. But if I were put in such a position, I don't know how I'd fare.
The duty of being a pride knight demands that you follow orders, regardless of your own feeling. Okay.
In fact, were someone to carry out those orders, I know that I'd attempt to stop them.
Stop bothering with all this. You're not meant to be a knight.
Felix. That's not something you say to
Go
Ingrid.
find a husband.
Whoa.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
You heard me.
I know you hate the ideals of chivalry and pride. So much so, you prefer to escape your duty as your family's heir. You have no right to criticize me for my ideals.
Perhaps not. At least I know not to heedlessly obey orders. I know not to romanticize blind obedience. My brother taught me to think for myself.
Don't you dare bring Glenn into this.
You're right. Forget it.
Yep, Felix is an enormous dick.
Yep.
I swear to fucking God, man.
Your Highness, I have a little favor to ask of.
Of course.
Did we see
How
this
may I
one?
be of assistance?
Well, I was hoping you
No,
could
no,
tell
we've
me
not
about
seen
my
this
father.
one. Oh, this is
I
interesting.
imagine he was a very different man at home than he was at work.
Ah, so you wish to hear about the Gustav that I knew. As you know, he was a knight who served the royal family since my grandfather's reign. To me, he was a teacher of martial arts and tactics. He was someone I depended on since I was a small child. But he was also a very stern and strict instructor.
That doesn't surprise me. He was much the same at home. He'd chide us if we made mistakes, whether it was with cooking or even how we spoke.
Is that so? Funny. I suppose in front of his family he felt the need to demonstrate proper etiquette.
Wait, are you saying that's not how he was around you?
Even all these years later, there's something I recall with perfect clarity. It happened in the autumn of my 11th year. Before the break of dawn, he woke me suddenly. Said he'd heard a disturbance and had me grab my bow. Then he set me and a fellow pupil loose on a dark mountain. Our only directive was to go catch a deer. As you well know, autumn in the capital is very cold. Now, imagine being up on the mountain at night with no idea what might jump out from the shadows. That, in a nutshell,
Okay, so he
is the Gustav I knew.
sent you out at night to hunt deer.
I can hardly
Okay.
imagine that. He was completely different with me.
I recall one other defining detail. He used to speak of you at every possible opportunity.
Really? What would he say about me?
Are you sure you want to know? There's one story he used to tell from when you were very small.
No, stop! It's probably too embarrassing to bear. Is it?
Perhaps.
Look, I'll promise to forget the stories he told me about you if you return the favor. Deal?
Yes, that seems the only thing to do. It's a promise.
Oh, we're not gonna hear the story? Aw. I wanted to hear the story. Alright, Dimitri... Marianne. Oh, okay.
Marianne?
Oh, Dimitri.
Oh, I'm sorry for disturbing your
Wow,
prayer.
would you look at that? Marianne's
There's
praying.
no need to apologize. I just finished.
I see. What were you praying for?
I was simply asking the goddess for forgiveness.
Forgiveness? For what?
I put our soldiers in danger during the recent battle.
What matters is that they came back safely in the end. You shouldn't blame yourself for that.
It's true, but you were injured when you came to our aid.
That? It was just a scratch. A small price to pay for your safety.
But
I would never regret helping an ally, even if it meant losing my own life.
no, that's wrong.
How so?
It's just all wrong. You have my thanks for helping in the battle, Dimitri, but I'm afraid I have to ask that you keep your distance from me.
Is that so?
Yes.
Okay.
Forgive me, but I will be there for you, whether you want me to or not.
I'm sorry.
Aww. Why are you so sad always, Marianne? Why are you always so sad? Alright, Sylvain. Pretty sure we saw this one. Did we only...
Hey, Sylvain, can we talk?
What's up, Ashe? Looking for more life tips?
I feel like we might have.
But I did want to thank you for coming to my aid in battle the other day.
That? No need to thank me for that.
No, really, I insist.
No, we haven't seen
If
this.
you hadn't been there, I definitely would have been finished. You
I think it's only those two supports we saw
I
at
can
the end of
only
an
hope
episode or
I'll be
something.
able to save someone like that someday.
Again with the studying and the training? You're so stubborn you make Ingrid and His Highness seem downright easygoing. My advice on the whole thing is to just follow your instincts. That's what I do. If someone's in trouble, I help them. You don't need to be a valiant knight to know that. Doesn't matter if the person is an ugly old man or the cutest girl you've ever seen. You help them.
Yeah, but we know
So you're
who
saying-
Sylvain would be inclined to help.
Everybody's the same, deep down. It's our job to help anyone who needs it.
Ah,
What? You're looking at me funny. Did I say something wrong?
no, I'm just surprised, that's all. You're actually a much better person than I thought. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean any insult.
I gotta stop doing
I was
that.
just really impressed by what you said about
Turn off
helping people
X.
without even thinking.
Autoplay it.
Yeah, I could do that. You're actually a much better person than I thought. What a compliment. Okay, alright. Yeah, I could just do this.
To jump in and help someone without any thought at all of reward. That is real virtue.
How did you say that with a straight face? I'd be embarrassed if I were you. Come on, Ashe. You're an honest and overall great guy. You'll be an honest and overall great knight, too. Of course, people like you need to watch out for greedy people. Huh? Remember when I said I didn't need any thanks? Well, I didn't say anything about not wanting a reward. There's a girl. We had a misunderstanding about who was allowed to date who, so I need to hang out in your room until everything calms down. Should only be a day. Or 2, tops.
Sylvain?
Come on, Ashe. Remember, if someone's in trouble, you help them. You want to be a great knight, yeah?
Oh, fine. Since you helped me,
What a
but
bro.
just this once.
All right, I knew I could count on you. You'll definitely be a great knight.
He really would be a great person if he could just stop all the scandal.
Yeah, just gotta hide in your room, buddy. Alright, Ashe, Mercedes next?
Whoa, what happened? The pan's smoking.
Mercedes, what's going on? My eyes. I can barely breathe.
Oh, Ashe, I'm so glad you're here. My cooking's
Oh no,
not
my
going
roast is
very well at
ruined.
all.
What did you put in there?
I used some of this spice,
Good meme.
that seasoning, and the herbs on the top shelf. Then I
Are you
started
making
frying it
steamed
up.
hams, Mercedes?
That explains it. We used
Steamed
that
clam.
for smoke bombs. Just turn the heat off and cover the pan.
But what if I were to disguise this? It's my own cooking. Delightfully devilish, Mercedes.
People in the dining hall don't look so good.
Sorry, everybody. Could we clear out the dining hall for a few minutes, please? Well, some folks were a little annoyed, but at least we got the place cleared out. It's a good thing no one mistook all that smoke for an attack. That could have been a disaster.
I'm so
I guess you
sorry.
could say
I always mess
it would have been
everything
a attack smoke.
No, it's my fault. I should have taught you which
Oh my
herbs to
god,
avoid.
yikes that. Yikes that. Do the yikes thing. That is very much, yeah, there we go.
Alright, with sound.
Wow, this is really terrible.
Don't blame yourself.
I just
Big
need to figure
yikes.
out how to do it better for next time.
Next time? You still want to try again, even after all that?
Of course. If I didn't, that would just be a waste of everything you taught me.
I guess that's true.
If you quit every time you made a mistake, then you'd never learn anything, right?
That's a great point.
Maybe my mistake was frying the herb in oil. If I had boiled it instead, then there wouldn't be smoke. What do you think, Ashe?
Boiling, huh? Yeah, that'd be fine.
Great! I'm gonna get this right next time for sure.
Yeah, or you could just like not boil it, like not fry it for so long. I guess.
Okay, now that you know the technique, go ahead and solve
Yeah,
this.
this is like the nerd support, right?
I've got it.
Yeah, I like
Finally.
books. You like books. I like books.
See? Isn't it fun to learn?
Absolutely. You're great at this, you know. You really seem to have all the answers. I wish I could study and just soak up knowledge like you. How did you get so good at this?
Well, studying was something of a necessity for me.
What do you mean?
My father was one of the king's knights. One day, he never returned home. He just left without ever saying a word to me or my mother.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Losing a father so suddenly? I completely understand.
After he left, I thought a lot about where he might have gone. My father was a devout believer, so I was certain he must have come here, to Garegg Mach.
Here?
That's why I was determined to gain acceptance into the academy. I
Alright.
needed to come here so I could
When
search
do we
for my
resolve this
father.
thing?
The problem was that I needed money
Huh?
to get in.
When do we
Lots of
resolve the Annette
And I
Gilbert
didn't
thing?
have any at all.
Do you
So
need to
I
like
entered
recruit
the School of
Gilbert?
Sorcery and Ferdiad first, hoping I could somehow find a path.
I don't
here.
know, maybe.
I studied tirelessly until I finally earned myself a recommendation.
Oh, wow. So for you, studying has been like a way to meet your destiny.
Destiny, huh? Well, yes, but it's a bit embarrassing when you put it like that. Now I have other reasons for wanting to keep trying hard. I want to protect all of my friends and allies here. I'm studying hard so I can be as useful as possible to everyone I hold dear.
You've worked so hard. I really respect that. I'm going to follow your example.
Yes, be more positive, Ashe. That's what you need. You're too negative all the time. Alright, so we have 3 supports left. Should be fine. Make it on time. Let's do Sylvain Mercedes.
Mercedes, I swear, the whole cathedral glows with heavenly light when you're around.
Hello, Sylvain. What a treat to see you here. I thought you preferred places with more ladies around.
I'm here because you're here, and I don't care about other girls.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you use that line all the time.
Actually, I've only said it to girls who thought I was lying about being faith. You know what? There's no reason to get into all that. The truth is, I would really like to spend some time with you. What do you say to that?
Well, if you were really interested in me, I would want you to get to know me better.
I agree. I've been such an idiot in the past, always angling for the seduction. I've forgotten how to just talk to someone.
You act like you're full of regret, but I know you don't really mean it. Still, I'm glad to hear
Wow,
you say
savage.
that at least. I told you such a boring story the last time we spoke. I was worried you might think I was a dull person.
Dull? No. I was worried that I'd made you remember unhappy times. It's horrible what you had to go through. It's not like anyone chooses to be born with a crest.
Right. We can't choose our bloodline. You've got a crest too, haven't you, Sylvain? What has your experience been
I've
like?
actually forgot what crest Mercedes has.
Are you asking how being born with a crest affected me?
Or no, she doesn't have a crest, right?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I forget.
Yeah, me too.
know
I know
you
she
have
resigned her
business with
nobility,
your
but...
brother Miklon, but I'm sure you don't want to talk about all that.
It's not a very happy story.
Please don't feel the need to hold back on my account. I'm here if you need someone to share in your pain.
Would you want to know more about me, even if I didn't have a crest, or come from a noble family?
She doesn't care about your crest.
This has nothing to do with your crest or family. I'm just asking as your friend. How should I put this? When I look at you, I don't see a crest. I want to see the real you.
You do? Here's the short version. I hate crests. Even though having one is supposed to be such a great blessing, mine has ruined everything. Miklon was heir to our house. Then I was born, and I became the heir because I had a crest. That made my older brother jealous enough to want to kill me. And every woman in Fódlan wants to have my little crest baby, so they can join the nobility. Yeah, there you go. That's what it's like to have a crest.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up such awful things.
No, I should keep my temper better. I don't want you to see me act that way.
Don't say that. I'm glad we were able to talk. I feel like I'm finally seeing the real you. Oh, Sylvain, will you save me from the curse of having a crest?
What?
Of course. I think I love you. And I mean that.
Wow.
With all my
Okay.
heart. I love you, Mercedes. Let's get married and have crest babies.
Let's get married and have crest babies.
Sure.
Is she just fucking with him?
They're just fucking around.
Oh, okay. Were they like?
Yeah, they're just goofing off.
Oh, okay. I was. Oh my god. that was a hilarious support. Oh my god.
Apologies for my late arrival.
All right, last support of the episode, guys.
My duties ran long, as per usual.
There's no need to apologize at all. Please, have a seat.
Why don't you have a seat over there?
We've met for tea so many times, but you never seem to get used to it, do you, Ingrid?
Not entirely, no. I'm not accustomed to being treated so delicately. Anyway, what will we talk about today?
I actually wanted to gripe about something that's been bothering me.
You? Gripe? Now that's unusual. I'm happy to listen, of course. It's the least I can do after all the kindness you've shown me.
Thank you. The one thing I really wanted to talk about is marriage.
Oh?
Yes. I received a letter from my adoptive father about marriage discussions with a noble family.
And will you accept?
That's the problem. No matter what I decide, I'll probably be married off anyway. What I really want to do is help those in need, but I think it would be more difficult to do so if I married a nobleman.
Understandably so. Sounds to me like you need a strategy
Let's
to
kill
silence
him.
your father.
Sorry? To silence him?
Don't you agree? It seems the best course of action would be to consider severing all ties with the family and running away.
We don't need to go that far. I'm sorry. I really just needed to let that out. I don't need you to worry about solving my problems.
Let's have crust babies.
Okay. It's just a bit personal for me, actually.
Let's have crust babies. That's the kind of how funny that line was.
My own father has brought countless marriage proposals to my attention. He always was obsessed with me carrying on the family bloodline. At a very young age, my hand had already been promised to someone in marriage. But Glenn died young.
That must have been difficult for you. Would you have married him if he had survived?
That's a good question.
I mean, they were
It's
fiancés,
hard to
right?
imagine now.
Yep.
Although I did admire him quite a lot. He held true to the ideals of knighthood, proudly serving the king. Even after all these years, I aspire to be the type of knight that he embodied.
I'm not entirely sure how
that's just it.
Fódlan.
I'm not a tool for furthering my family's fortunes. I'm a knight at
I'm not
heart.
sure how Fódlan traditions works, but can knights even get married?
Probably.
Because, like, isn't that the whole thing about being a knight, that you sort of, like, you live in duty to your lord and you don't get married? I mean, I know that's... I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how knighthood works in this universe, but...
I don't think it's that archaic.
No, they don't, like, throw away their marriage aspects and, like, live in celibacy.
Regardless
No, they
of
don't.
what my father desires.
I see. A very noble cause indeed.
Gilbert's,
Strange
for
that
example,
we
like
should be
Gilbert is
worried
like
about
a
the
super
same
loyal
thing.
knight of Fargus, but he has a kid.
Yeah, true.
Even though we are such different people.
It's true.
Yeah, fucking
Enjoying a
Geralt,
nice chat over
man.
tea with you like this makes me realize
Yeah, that was a dumb thing to say.
maybe perhaps
Make
we
fun of me,
aren't so
chat. Just
different
go ahead.
after all.
Bring on the
Don't you
comments.
think?
Are all knights virgins?
I do. These tea parties of ours. They really are something special.
Oh my god.
Ingrid, I would love to get to know you better if that's okay. I want to know about your childhood, your favorite books, the sweets you like, anything at all.
Absolutely. I'm happy to speak with you anytime. And I want to know you better too, Mercedes.
There you go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the final support of today. Join us next time as we go do the Ashe Catherine paralogue. So definitely look forward to that, guys. Also, Gast, I think I may have fucked up. This is the month you talk to Gatekeeper to, like, unlock the Tower Lover. What happens if you don't do that? Do you know?
Unlock what?
In this month, if you go talk to the Gatekeeper, he'll ask you if there's a certain someone that you like, and if you, depending on who you answer, you get that special scene in the tower. I forgot to do that. I can
Why
still
don't you just
because I want to
Wait,
do
hold
paralogue.
on. Is the dance thing this
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
This month? Did
Yeah,
you
this is
pick
the
a
ball.
dancer yet? You didn't pick a dancer yet. I guess you should probably explore this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
You almost didn't pick a dancer.
Holy
Oh
shit,
my
you can
God.
still do it, right? You can still do it. I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Although.
Isn't the dance competition like...
Are you sure it's this month?
Maybe it's not. What is, Yeah.
No, like, I don't think it's this month. They would have talked about it a lot more.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, no, hold. White Hair and Cup.
Fuck! Did I miss it?
Did you skip? You skipped the week?
No, I had seminars. Guess we don't get a dancer.
Oh my god. No, hold on. Hold on. Let me look this up. I need to make sure you actually...
Why isn't the White Heron Cup, isn't that the dance tournament?
Yes.
It is? Fuck, I pulled the chairs. I pulled the chairs. Oh well. I guess we Blazing Knight now. So, join us next time as we don't have a dancer.
Oh my god. You missed the way.
Wow, this is really terrible.
I want to ask for a like and comment. I'll see you next time. Bye.